Good evening, New Ohio, and welcome to the Tri-City Fairgrounds in Toledo, New Ohio, for this evening's game between Amalgamated Baseball Holdings and the New Ohio Debonairs. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineup in batting order for the visiting Amalgamated Baseball Holdings of Schenectady, New York. Batting first, the shortstop, number 8, Bobson Dugnut. Batting second, the third baseman, number 49, Ortiz Ranchez. Batting third, the right fielder, number 2, Orlando Dwin. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 42, Todd Gonzalez. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 24, Mike Truck. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 33, Tony Smerick. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 11, Mike Fernandez. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 19, Raul Chamberlain. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 36, Sean Foucault. And let's give a good, dashing welcome to the New Ohio Debonairs. The left fielder, number 15, Ped Wingner. The center fielder, number 18, Chud Tata. The shortstop, number 54, Musty Shank. The catcher, number 26, Kiki Webley. The third baseman, number 4, Hans Lopside. The right fielder, number 14, Dudley Zuencastle. The first baseman, number 7, Gap Lumber. The second baseman, number 1, Yup Turtles. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for your New Ohio Debonairs, number 11, Catfish Hunter.
Well, good evening. This is Tiddly Clowners from WHK, New Ohio Radio, Cleveland, Toledo, and the Tri-City area of all of New Ohio. Here from the Tri-City Fairgrounds, it's a beautiful evening for the New Ohio Debonairs, currently sitting at 500, 9-9 this season, 1/5 of the way through. Taking on the 7-11 Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, the struggling so far this season. Defending champions Bobson Dugnut is going to strike out to start things off for the visitors. Brings us to Ortiz Ranchez, batting .386 this season. These bats for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings coming quite alive. The problem has been with the pitchers. And Ranchez is going to hit it right to Yup Turtles, who throws the Gap Lumber for out number 2. This is Orlando Dwin, the right fielder. On the mound today for the Debonairs, his 5th start of the season, is Catfish Hunter. Hunter is 1-1 this season, an 8.57 ERA, 8 strikeouts, 21 innings pitched. In total, a whip of 181. He gets a 1-2-3 inning and gets through one so far. A 1-2-3 inning. On the mound today for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings is Sean Foucault, who's been an outstanding pitcher for them so far. Starting things off is Ped Wingner, career average of .338 after batting .350 last season for New Ohio. He's got a .286 average this season. He's going to be on with a single to get things going. Here is Chud Tata, Sean Foucault, a 7.02 ERA, a 1-3 record, 11 strikeouts this season. He has only made it through roughly 4 innings per game. And his performance has not helped Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, as their bullpen has been struggling as well. A career ERA for Sean Foucault of 5.39. through a total of 37 games appeared in, 36 that he started in. He had to come in a relief role once. Gonna hit it right to Gonzalez, to Smerik. Oh, Fancy Dan, double play, clears the bases off from Chud Tata. Well, Musty Shank smashes it, and to Industry, he smashes it to Industry, a home run. The Debonairs take the lead by a score of 1 run to none runs. Musty Shank, his 4th home run this season. That home run brought to you by Industry brand colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. Nothing smells as clean and fresh as the incomparable smell of Industry. Found wherever smells are sold. And walking to first is Kiki Webley, bringing us to Hans Lopside. Webley has a case to be made for Rookie of the Year, a 442 average. He's leading the league in batting averages. 4 home runs, 21 runs batted in. It's going to be a single for Hans Lopside. What a fine Kiki Webley was. Hans Lopside, another bring up from the Memphis Mud Pigs for the Debonairs. Great drafting by the Debonairs this season. Lopside is batting .341, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in so far. He's going to get his 9th run batted in, as that's going to be... Well, actually, that's Dudley Zooncastle with the run batted in. That is his 2nd of the season. And right off the glove of Ortiz Ranchez will score another gap. Lumba gets his 18th RBI of the season. It is now 3-0. The Debonairs are opening this game up and opening up Sean Facott. Very early into this game, here is Yup Turtles, a .328 batting average. Much higher than his average on his career average of .234. He's having a great year. He could never reach 200 on the average in the past 2 seasons. He did spend some time in the nursery league. Facing a full count right now. Smashes that one. Could this be? Could it be? It is to Industry yet again. That is only Yup Turtles' 3rd career home run. $6-0. A blown wide open first inning for the Debonairs. Down to the pitcher, Catfish Hunter. Named so because he is in fact a catfish hunter. He's going to hit it right to Tony Smerik and step on the bag for the 3rd out of the game. Well, there was a double play in there brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more pop in your crop with Fancy Dan. But we head to the top of the 2nd with the Debonairs cushioning themselves. With a 6-0 start of this game. Todd Gonzalez, who has been the best batsman for the visitor side so far, a .388 average. We'll start off with a leadoff single, bringing us to Mike Truck, who's going to hit it to Shank, to Turtles. It's only a fielder's choice. Truck makes it to first base, but gets Gonzalez out at 2nd. 1 away, and here is Tony Smerik coming in at first base. Hit in 14 games, .278. He's going to hit it to Industry. My goodness. Well, that is a 2-run home run for Tony Smerik. The bats are looking alive today. Goodness me. Well, Hunter has given up 3 home runs so far this season in his 4 starts. That is number 4 for him. Tony Smerik gets his first home run of the season, his 4th career home run. Mike Hernandez on a 1-2 pitch will pop it up into shallow left field. Head winger with the catch. 2 away, and here is Raul Chamberlain.
Nope, that's outside.
Chamberlain has a 220 average this season, 6 runs batted in. He's got no one on at the moment, thanks to Tony Smerrick's base clearing home run. A 2-run home run, scored from Mike Truck as well. And that gets past the diving catfish hunter, but not past the up turtles, who throws it to Gap Lumber for out number 3. Well, 2-run score, thanks to a 2-run home run from Tony Smerrick, brought to you by Industry Brand, colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. You have a night on the town, and you meet a young lady, and you want her to say, what is that intoxicating smell? You say, it's industry! Well, you don't say it like that, but head winger is back to his home run hitting standards. He hit 22 home runs last season. He has now hit his 6th of the season. He hits it to industry, and Chud Tater will hit it right to the glove of Orlando Dwin for out number 1. Well, I roll from one live read of an advertisement to another. Musty Shank hit a home run already today. He's now the head winger, is now the 3rd Debonair to hit a home run today off of Sean Bacot. But Shank is going to ground it to Todd Gonzalez. Makes an easy throw to Tony Smerrick for out number 2. About difficult batsman to get out, Kiki Webley. How has he spent 2 seasons in the Norfolk Whips?
Nope, that's inside.
He only had 3 home runs. And he's going to get on with an extra base hit. That's going to go all the way to the warning track. Mike Truck. Good throw from Mike Truck. He had to slide in there, did Webley. But Webley is on with his third double of the season. Well, 2 outs for the Debonairs here in the bottom of the 2nd. We are seeing some fantastic batsmanship from the Debonairs.
That's outside.
Webley has 21 runs batted in. I believe he leads the league in that. He does, in fact, and he's only 2nd. He leads the league in batting averages. Johannes Lopside records out number 3. And we head to the top of the 3rd. The score is 7-2 after a head winger solo home run. Sean Bacot starting off. He hits it right to Musty Shank. Makes good contact, but cannot get it to escape the infield. Throw is well in time for Gap Lumber, and here is Bobson Dugnut, top of the order, 2nd time around. Dugnut struck out in his first at-bat. 329 this season, back up to his average, his career average of 322. Had a slow start to the season. He's going to ground that one out. For out number 2. Ortiz Ranchez is 0 for 1 today. 386 batting average. A career average of 346. This is his 2nd year in the Continental League. He spent the start of the 1920 season playing for wholly owned baseball subsidiaries who have moved their operations down to Jacksonville into Duval County of the state of Florida. I understand they are constructing a likeness of Amalgamated baseball grounds, as will be happening to Pacific, as has been done for Pacific Baseball Concern out in San Francisco of California on the West Coast. Ortiz Ranchez is on with a double, his 4th of the season, his first hit today.
No.
That was only the 3rd hit of the day for Orlando, for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. Orlando Dwin is going to ground that one right to the pitcher. That's a throw well in time. That's going to bring us to the bottom of the 3rd for Dudley Zuencastle. Sean Bacot has thrown quite a good amount of pitches through 2 innings so far. Zuencastle called back up. Spent some of last season down at the Debonairs. Was picked up from the Charleston Crows, spent some time in Memphis. Going to line that one out right to Bobson Dugnut, but has made his way back not only into the Continental League side, but also into the starting lineup. He does have a raw RBI today. His gap lumber does not make good contact. And it's an easy play for Bobson Dugnut. He throws it to first. Merrick is the catch. You know what Yup Turtles did last time, and in comes Jim Milliams. The new addition to the bullpen of Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, Jim Milliams.
Strike.
Spent some time in the wholly owned baseball subsidiaries, played in 7 of the 8 games they played early in the season. He's going to get a strikeout of Yup Turtles. That is an important strikeout swinging. He's already got 24 strikeouts this season. That is number 25 for him in 26 innings pitched. That is outstanding. He is easily the shining star of the bullpen, and Amalgamated Baseball Holdings are going to have to hope they can find some more
Nope, that's inside.
bullpen magic in the Nursery League affiliates. Well, starting things off with a swinging strikeout. That was Todd Gonzalez, second strikeout of the day for Catfish Hunter. Here's Mike Truck back to his home run hitting ways. He's at 4 this season. He's got 45 career home runs in 3 seasons in 144 games playing for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. He's going to ground out for out number 2. Last season, Mike Truck was more of a contact hitter. Did not hit so many home runs as his amazing 1919 season. Merrick is going to strike out swinging. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Catfish Hunter. He will continue on in this game, and Jim Williams will take the mound yet again for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. Mike Truck, I'm going to pull this up and maybe 129 career runs batted in. Last season, 61 after 20 home runs. In 1919, he had 21 home runs in half as many games that he played, and 50 RBIs. He nearly matched last year's statistics in half as many games. That is astounding. Well, Hunter strikes out, giving Williams his second. And we head back up to Ted Wigner, who has a home run today. If I recall, he was leading the league in home runs last season with 22. If he was not leading, he certainly was in the top 3 in the discussion. But he does record out number 2. Chad Tater not having a good day today. He's over 2. And that's going to leave the infield, so that's going to be a single for Tater. And he is on with a 2-out single. That's going to reach Orlando to win in right field. Tater's average .311. That's his first hit of the game. And we know what Musty Shank has done. He's hit a home run already in the first to open up the scoring for the New Ohio Debonairs. They've scored 6 since then. And an attempt to steal is picked off. Chad Tater caught stealing. That will end the inning. And Musty Shank will head back to the plate in the next inning. However, Catfish Hunter back on the mound here in the top of the 5th to face Mike Fernandez. Back in the starting lineup after Brett Dockstra not having a good run of games. But Fernandez average 189, not finding a really good left fielder at the moment for batting are the visitors. But again, when you have a wealth of business affiliates in well, on both coasts, I suppose, on both the southeast and the west coast, you can find yourself a good left fielder, I imagine.
Ball inside.
The batsmanship does not seem to be the issue for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. It has been the pitching, especially late in the game. That is a fancy Dan double play for Raul Chamberlain, hitting into it. Turtles to Shank to lumber. There's 2 away. First pitch for Jim Milliams, and he grounds it out for out number 3. We're at the halfway point in the game. Musty Shank back to the plate. That double play, Fancy Dan double play, brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. They have all the treatments, ointments, creams, salves, and gelatin-based items to give your hair that shimmer sheen, glimmer, and gleam. Don't be a Mitchell, be a Fancy Dan. Musty Shank back to the plate, facing Jim Williams. Full count now. And he gets him striking out swing. That is his third strikeout today. And Williams, number 27 on the season. Williams is in the top 10 of pitchers with strikeouts this season. He's behind ace for ABH Tim Wakefield, who has 28, although he'll be getting... He's one away from that now, and that's going to be an out for Kiki Huebli, popping it up. A relatively quiet day for Kiki Huebli. By comparison, and that is going to be another strikeout. Hans Lopside caught looking, and Jim Williams is now tied with 4 strikeouts today, bringing him to 28 on the season. He has now tied his teammate Tim Wakefield and is only behind Moose Mossage of the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. That is something to be lauded. Back to the top of the order for the third time today in this game. This is Radio WHK, New Ohio Radio, covering Cleveland, Toledo, Dayton, Cincinnati, and beyond.
That's outside.
Dugnut with yet another strikeout. Today he's 0 for 3. Catfish Hunter with his 4th strikeout today. Great day to be striking out batsmen. I am Tiddly Clowners from WHK. We are live from the Tri-City Fairgrounds in New Ohio. Beautiful new addition to this ballpark. Fantastic looking for the New Ohio Debonairs, currently with a 7-2 lead after a 6-run first inning, followed by a 1-run second inning. They lead Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, a score of 7-2. Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, the 1920 Continental League champions, currently sitting lower in the standings. And Orlando Dwin is going to ground that one out to Gap Lumber for 1-2-3 inning yet again. We are to the bottom of the 6th. Jim Williams back on the mound to face Dudley Zuencastle.
Ball inside. Nope. Ball outside. Nope. Take your base.
And he will walk, so that will be a rare walk today. Williams, his first walk of the game. Puts Dudley Zuencastle on base for the second time today.
That's outside.
Not sure how much longer Williams can really go. He's made appearances in 14 different games, pitched 26 innings. That
Nope, that's inside.
counts for about just under 2 innings per game. He has gone over his average at the moment.
Nope. Take your base.
And he's going to walk Gap Lumber. That is 2 walks in a row. Will they go to their bullpen? Williams has been outstanding. Just does he have the energy still in him? The answer is no, he does not. It will be Sleeve McDykel. Who has been struggling, to say the least, this season. 1-1 is her average. His record, 8.44 his ERA, 1 save, 13 strikeouts. He has given up 6 home runs this season. And is definitely off his... Well, he's going to get a strikeout of Yup Turtles. Brings up the starting pitcher. Catfish Hunter drops down a bunt, expertly placed down the third base line. Almost outruns the throw, but a sacrifice bunt for Catfish Hunter. And here we go to the top of the order yet again, 4th time around. McDykel facing Ted Wingner with runners on 3rd and 2nd, and 2nd and 3rd, excuse me. Thanks to Catfish Hunter's sacrifice bunt. 2 outs. Anything leaving the infield will score another run, but it will be a strikeout looking of Ted Wingner to retire the side. We are 2/3 of the way through this game. We have not seen any scores for the last 4. We have not seen any runs scored from the last 4 innings. It is still 7-2. As these two teams have settled in defensively, as the pitchers have settled in. And talk about settling in is Catfish Hunter. Easily his best outing, I think, of the season. We get Todd Gonzalez to pop it up here in the top of the 7th. Now he faces Mike Truck. He's kept Todd Gonzalez quiet, 1 for 3 today. Mike Truck 0 for 2. And he's going to strike out Mike Truck looking. That is strikeout number 5 today for Catfish Hunter. An outstanding performance by the starting pitcher of the Debonairs. A wonderful, wonderful outing.
Ball inside.
As Tony Smerick is at the plate. Smerick did hit a 2-run home run. He breaks his bat, popping it up. And who else to get it in foul territory but the pitcher, Catfish Hunter himself. We'll take a much-needed rest. The way the Debonairs have played today is outstanding. I will tip my hand and say that they do have the Philadelphia Brown trousers to travel to tomorrow for a series.
That's outside.
They have a 3-game series in Philadelphia. Chad Tater will walk to get things started for here the bottom of the 7th. McDykel has now walked his 9th batsman this season.
Out.
Right to Smerick, and a Fancy Dan double play. He takes it all by himself. He gets the line drive and makes the tag to Tata to away. Fancy Dan double play. Kiki Webley hits it right to Todd Gonzalez, and it's a 1-2-3 inning thanks to the Fancy Dan double play. Brought to you by Fancy Dan for local products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. Styling salves, gelatin-based treatments, cream-based hair rinses, and of course the crimping powder. An interesting defensive play today for the Debonairs as Dimples Bugby
Nope, that's inside.
will come in at catcher, and well, Mike Hernandez hits it off the wall. It was inches short of being a home run, and Mike Hernandez hits his first triple of the season, his 4th career triple, and that will do it for Catfish Hunter. In comes Bear Butts, the closing pitcher.
Nope, that's outside.
So 7 strong innings for Catfish Hunter is an outstanding performance. He leaves to an ovation from these Debonair fans. And Bear Butts not having quite the season that he had in last year. An ERA of 4.91, 16 saves. He's not registered a single save yet this season. An ERA of 7.27, and in comes Willie Justice. But the sacrifice for Raul Chamberlain does, in fact, bring home Mike Hernandez from 3rd. 2 away. We head to Bobson Dugnut. Who is on with his first hit of the game, a single. Could we see a late rally for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings? I think the Debonair fans in attendance would like to say no to that answer, to answer that question. But nonetheless, Ortiz Ranchez has a double today. He's 1 for 3. He hits it high up into the air, and that should be an easy catch for Pat Wingner. He makes the catch, strands the runner, and keeps this game in hand for the Debonairs. A look at the break a 2-game losing streak. Amalgamated Baseball Holdings on a 3-game winning streak. They seem to have found some of their mojo, but has been brought to a halt today. In comes Dave Glock for the visitors. Glock the third from the bullpen to come out, and he's going to start by striking out Hans Lopside. Glock has only made 6 appearances this season. He's not been doing that great. His ERA is very high. He's got 5 home runs, 12 earned runs in 7 innings of pitching that he's done. But on an 0-2 pitch, he's going to hit it. He's going to get Diddley Clowners to ground out right to Tony Smerick. And here is Gap Lumber. Well, the best he can do right now is just get a third out. And that's going to get right past Bobson Dugnut to Mike Trucks. That's going to be a single for Gap Lumber, who goes 2 for 3 today with a walk and 2 singles, 1 RBI. 2 outs facing Yup Turtles with the pitcher spot coming up. I imagine Bear Butts might be coming back in, although I don't believe anyone has come in from the bullpen. They still have a couple of options. He's going to get Yup Turtles to pop it up high up into the air. Bobson Dugnut makes the catch, and returning to the mound for the top of the 9th to put an end to this game is going to be Bear Butts. So Orlando Dwin, Todd Gonzalez, and Mike Truck. Definitely a a gauntlet of difficult hitting. Orlando Dwin's average this season is 267. His career is just under 300. 299 to be exact. He's 0 for 3 today. Facing a full count. Gonna hit it high up in the air. Gets jammed. It should be an easy one for Ted Wingner for out number 1. That's 1 away. 2 to go for the Debonairs to get their first win against Amalgamated Baseball Holdings in this series. They will split the series with a win today. ABH, of course, got the last win. And as for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, they... that's going to be right to Bear Butts on an 0-2 pitch. Gonzalez hits it right to the pitcher. 2 away. Mike Truck represents the final out of this game, potentially. ABH get to head back to Schenectady on a day off tomorrow. That's going to be right to Musty Shank. They have the Gin Drinkers coming from Chicago to play them in 2 days' time. But they're going to do it coming off of a loss to the New Ohio Debonairs, who get the win and snap a losing streak. Truck rounds it out to go 0 for 4 today. And what a day for New Ohio baseball here at the Tri-City Fairgrounds. The final score of this one, the Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, the team from Schenectady, New York, 3 runs from 6 hits. The New Ohio Debonairs, 7 runs from 10 hits. Outstanding day. The box score, of course, will be in your afternoon newspapers tomorrow. Do look out for that. You can see how well your favorite players did. And the winning pitcher, Catfish Hunter. Catfish Hunter getting 7 innings strong of pitching, striking out 5. Only allowing 3 earned runs. He will improve to 2 and 1. No save opportunity for Bear Butts, who went 2 innings strong, only allowing the 1 hit. And Sean Foucault registers his for another loss. He will drop his record to 1 and 4, only going 2 2/3 innings strong. Oh, we thank our friends at the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, bringing you fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. Any time is a good time for a honey wheat cigarette. You can smoke them anytime, in any circumstance, at a fancy dinner party, at the baseball park, such as a Continental League baseball game, perhaps at the doctor's office while waiting to get your regular checkups, of course, to mind your own health, or perhaps on a relaxing evening at home with your friends and family, just sitting around smoking a honey wheat cigarette. The third finest standee of the day is Ted Wingner from New Ohio, going 2 for 4 with a home run. The second finest standee is Tony Smerick, going 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run. But the finest dandy of the day, getting a complimentary carton of honey wheat cigarettes, is Yup Turtles, who went 1 for 4, but his home run was a 3-run home run that broke open the lead and ultimately made this game an easy one to manage for the New Ohio Debonairs. He is your finest dandy of the day, brought to you again by the Honey Wheat Cigarette Company, Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, and the Honey Wheat Cigarettes. They are the sponsors of this game and all games of the 1921 Continental League season. It is the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company who humbly request that you smoke wheat every day. Well, as was mentioned, this brings the Debonairs back above 500. They are 10-9. They sit alongside the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers at that record, 3 games off of the league-leading Philadelphia Brown Trousers, and wouldn't you know it, they have the Brown Trousers to face in a 3-game series starting tomorrow in Philadelphia. They head onto the road with Avery Mustard on the mound for the Debonairs to face Jeffety Rimps for the Brown Trousers. As for ABH, they have a day off to head back to Schenectady, New York, and the Chicago Gin Drinkers will be in town for what I believe is a 3-game series. It is, yes. Sorry, a 2-game series. It's only a 2-game series with as well as the Debonairs and the Brown Trousers. So they can come within 1 game if they get 2 big wins over the Brown Trousers. But of course, that is going to be a difficult one to see through. Of course, we will have the Debonairs back at home on the 28th as they take on the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers in a 2-game series as well. That will be the next time we have a home game here at the Tri-City Fairgrounds in New Ohio. We will be back on the air for that as well. As always, this is Tiddly Clowners for Radio WHK. We thank you for listening. And as always, may your days be dapper and your evenings elegant.